They bring physicality. They're going to do everything they can to bring our heads out of the game. Anytime you're in the front side of a new season, it's figuring out who's going to compete, who your winners are, what we're capable of, are we willing to go out there and put it on the line. And that was our hope. You know, the Governor State match, which was our first one, we struggled a little bit in that and finding our identity. And we talked for the 10 days between the two games about doing that, going out and competing for every single possession, and got a great response. You know, we've got a couple injuries right now we're working through, but the guys truly responded. They worked hard, they fought for every ball, and that's a difference maker. If you can get that, you can win a lot of games. Goal setting is always a tough thing beginning of the year. Like for me, I know the talent that we have, I know what we're capable of, and I think a national championship is a realistic goal, conference championship. Right now our focus is on winning one game. We've just won one, so our next goal is to win one game. And I think acclimating the younger guys into the group and pulling them in and teaching them the way that we go about games is going to be a difference maker. We're getting a good response, and some kids stepped up. The last one specifically, Yuso Kojima and others, but he was brilliant on the day, and that's a big step for him. Christian's great. You know, compliment to his other partners, Franco Brunaro and Josh Quigley. They've been fantastic pushing each other daily because any given day, a different keeper could start. Christian set himself apart just a little bit, and he's been getting the start, and he's been mature. He's still got a few mistakes in him, but that's a process, you know. As a goalkeeper, one mistake will absolutely destroy you and destroy the team. Where strikers make 20 a game, the goalkeepers have to be super checked in and focused, and he's starting to show that. He's got excellent feet, good hands. I mean, he's growing into this level of play. Yeah, it has to go that way. You know, they set the tone in practice, the way that we travel, everything that we do. They have to lead by example. And that includes when we step on the field. When we start playing matches, they have to show how we compete, the way we go into tackles, the way we run opportunities down. And I think they've done a good job of that. You know, it really is tough to get the younger players who've never played at this level to understand it, because it's different than almost anywhere in the world. It's a really high work rate, the substitution policies are different, and they've done a good job of setting that standard. Oakland City's always a really physical match. They consider us rivals. We don't have those same considerations, but they bring physicality. They're going to do everything they can to bring our heads out of the game. They're going to foul us. They're going to be physical. So we've got to be mature. We've got to be able to compete as ourselves, and we've got to outwork them. That's the difference in this game. It's whoever's going to work the hardest is going to get the win there, and traditionally that's been what our teams are about, and the older guys will set that standard. It's hard. I'll be straightforward with you. It's each student, each individual kid has his own way of being communicated with. And it's kind of discovering that. Sometimes we do that extremely well, sometimes not so well as a coaching staff. But if you can find a way to communicate to get through to each kid, then it's a difference maker. You know, we're just coming out of a meeting with a young man and we were talking about how to best communicate with him. And that's important, to take that time and hear them out and figure that out collectively. You get that information from older players as they talk to kids too. We talk with our captains, both Gustav and Mark, about how are these kids communicating, what are they responding to, what are they not, and then we can kind of itemize each player how to get through to them. And when you do that, you speak to them on their level. I think everybody learns a little different. Maybe you can learn on the board. Others will learn by putting it into practice. Others will learn on video. And we have to find how to communicate and reach each and every one of them. And when we can do that, then we can be successful speaking to them.